I think it really shows the kindness of the people here in Mexico. Well, amigos, we have a problem. Well, I guess only I have a problem. Obviously, if you've seen the Spanish video, you know that I'm sick, or if you saw the last drone video, you could hear in my voice a little bit. That is part of the problem. The other part of the problem has to do with the drone video and the video before that. Just got done reading so many of your comments, commenting on how much you enjoyed the videos, how you like the editing. And the problem is, this video is nothing like that at all. We are feeling a bit under the weather. We haven't really done anything crazy. It was difficult just to muster up the energy to tell you a story about us going to the doctor in here in Mexico. But nonetheless, here we go without any cool transitions whatsoever. Good afternoon, amigos, from Mexico City. Unfortunately, today we are both feeling a little under the weather. Nonetheless, we have zero food in this house, so we need to go get some food, and we're going to talk a little bit about our experience going to the doctor here in Mexico City yesterday. So, let's go. We have made it to the green corner. It's a little noisy in here. I don't know how we got sick. I got sick, was feeling pretty terrible, laying on the couch for 3 days, watching way too much Netflix, went through like 3 boxes of Kleenex, way too much medicine. I'm too stubborn to go to the doctor, but then Hillary started to get sick, which we're not going to show her on camera for her own sake. Okay, she wanted to be on camera, she's feeling better. Hillary started feeling sick, and then as soon as she started feeling sick, it was like, okay, we're taking you to the doctor. We are obviously pretty new around here. We don't know where any doctors are, or rather, we didn't really know what to search in Google. We don't need to go to the hospital, we just need to see a doctor. We just need to go see a walk-in clinic. But I don't know if we should just go to Farmacia Similares or like a place like that, or if we needed to go to like some type of a small private hospital, health clinic type thing. We didn't know. I still don't know. So nonetheless, I decided, okay, we're going to Farmacia Similares just because I've seen them before. I know they have a clinic, and I was just praying to God that they weren't playing that obnoxious club music outside when we went, because we both had headaches at the time. We walk outside of our apartment. We happen to see our neighbors, whom of which we've never really met, and I just happened to ask in my bad Gringo Spanish with a nasally accent if they knew where a doctor was. They both look at us and they ask us what's wrong. My first thought in my head is, what's it matter what's wrong? Just tell me where a doctor is, because I don't know why. That was the first thought that got into my head, and maybe I need to meditate a little bit more. Turns out both of them are doctors, and they graciously invited us into their house. We told them we didn't want to get them sick. They didn't care, they didn't mind. They invited us into their house. I think the food's coming. Actually, all we have is salsa and bread. Back to the story. They invited us in their house for a checkup, essentially, which just seems pretty strange. Even if your neighbor in the States is a doctor, they're probably not going to invite you in the house if you could just come over, you're sick. Now maybe so, I don't know. Nonetheless, we go in there. She doesn't have her stethoscope, but she finds a flashlight and, does her thing, examines us both, writes us a prescription right on the spot, which is just crazy to me again, just from our house, and sends us on our way to the pharmacy, and we get our medication out. There's a few things about this. One, I think it really shows the kindness of the people here in Mexico. We tried to pay her, she would not accept any money, so just the fact that they were willing to invite 2 sick people into their house and try and make them better. It just really goes to show the kindness of Mexican people. 2, the healthcare system here is a little bit different than the United States, obviously. Now I think we got some antibiotics and some other stuff that honestly I don't even think we needed a prescription for. I think some of those things you can get without a prescription. My brain's a little hazy now though, so I could be wrong. Oh, now the real food is here. A few bites in, I can tell we're gonna be coming back to this place quite a bit. Absolutely delicious. I forgot exactly where I was at. People in Mexico are nice. The healthcare system here is not nearly as complicated. And we got like 5 or 6 things from the pharmacy, one of which being an antibiotic, 2 like anti-flu kind of things, 1 per person, and vitamin C, and all that costs about $40. So we didn't run insurance or anything. I don't know how that price compares to the States. I'm sure if in the States, if you got antibiotic and all that without insurance, it'd probably be several $100s, is my guess, but correct me if I'm wrong. But point being here though, sometimes Mexico is crazy in the best ways, and sometimes we just happened to walk right outside when the neighbors were there, happened to muster up the courage to ask them in my Gringo Spanish if they knew where a doctor was, and just so happens they were doctors. Now hopefully we won't be paying many visits to them because we hopefully don't plan on being sick too often, fingers crossed. Weta, how's yours so far? Feel better, it looks good. Sandwiches, extremely good. I think it was 120 pesos for mine. Came with a sandwich, a salad, 2 potatoes. Hillary's was how much? 100 pesos for hers, and it came with whatever hers is. Neither one of us is sure. We'll be sure when our brains are working full speed again. The food was delicious. It cost 230 pesos. And even though our salud is not feeling very super right now, I think this place is a good competition, a couple 100 miles away from Salud Superfood in Puerto Vallarta. Food is excellent. Pretty decent prices for what it is, especially in this neighborhood, and it being like a vegetarian, organic type place. So I have a feeling we will be coming back to this place much more, but we will finish this conversation about our health and us getting settled into our new place here in Mexico City when we make it home. We have made it home, still feeling a little under the weather, but at least we're not hungry anymore. We have enough, we at least have some leftovers for tomorrow. And just to recap it off, it feels like we haven't really been able to settle down here in Mexico City. We moved here and then didn't have water for the first few days, so that was kind of hard to settle in because 1, we couldn't shower, 2, we couldn't flush the toilet, and then because of that, we went to a hotel, which is obviously a lot of fun, and then we went to San Miguel de Allende, which is obviously a lot of fun, and now we're back, but now we're sick, so we're here trying to get in somewhat of a rhythm, but not exactly feeling up to par, not exactly feeling 100%. But I think we are both very excited to be here. We're excited to kind of get into a rhythm, get into a groove here in Mexico City with our lives, with trying new restaurants, with exploring the city, with these videos. I'm kind of interested to see where all of this is going to take us, but we kind of have to get settled in a little bit. But thank you guys for hanging in there with us. Sorry this wasn't quite up to our San Miguel de Allende drone video or the 1 or 2 before that, but hopefully it had a story that resonated with you or a message that resonated with you as well. I'm starting to feel better. We have a very, very fun video that we're going to try and do this weekend, in addition to doing UNAM very soon. I don't know the exact date, but that was the winner based on our Choose Your Adventure poll, if you will, on Facebook and within our Patreon. So we will be visiting UNAM, I don't know how to pronounce it, University City very soon, and doing that on video. So we do have some exciting stuff coming up once we get a little bit better, and that's all we have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell, that way you get notified every time we upload a video. Don't forget to ask your neighbors if they're doctors, because they might be, and then you could just get a prescription from their house, and we will see ya mañana.